welcome to More Lore, where we're going to do some spells for spooky season. So in this week's episode of Double Strap Podcast, we were reading and giving some examples for how... I'm messing this up, but we can't... Oh, wait, we start over.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get that one down.
Okay, I made a note.
Welcome to More Lore, where we're going to give you extra spells for the spooky season, direct from the Grand Grimoire. Now, we talked about that in this week's episode, and it's also called the Red Dragon, or the Dragon Rouge. And we want to make a note that Double Strap Podcast does not endorse the following spellcraft, and all attempts to conduct said spellcraft are really stupid and are done at your own risk. So that being said, your first spell, which is every goth stream, to make everything in an apartment appear black. Now, to do that, you soak the wick of the lamp used to light the apartment in well-beaten sea foam, adding to the lamp oil some sulfur and lead oxide in equal parts. And all those who enter the room will appear drunk and delirious, because you will be high as fuck off of some lead oxide and sulfur. So you can try that spell if you would like. Okay, to prevent a woman from conceiving. To prevent a woman with whom you are having relations from having children, you take a sponge the size of a nutmeg and soak it with pure milk mixed with a little fine oil. Put it in her left hand and walk away from her. Every time you do this, you will be sure to get good results. Now, I think the way you get the results is you're not fucking this woman. You're putting a piece of walnut in her hand and walking away. That is how you don't get a woman.
Correct. If some dude's just handing me a wet sponge and walking away, I'm not banging him either. Sorry.
Oh, what am I doing with a sponge? Okay, thank you, sir. Your third spell, which is to find out whether a woman can have children. So, you take the fat of a deer, melt it in hot water. The woman should drink it on an empty stomach and afterward take a hot bath. If this gives her pain in her stomach, then she will have children. Otherwise, not. She will not have children with you.
No. If you do that to her, no.
Okay, our fourth spell is to be lucky in every enterprise. And I'm so sorry, Kermit. You take a green frog, you cut off its head and his 4 feet. Then on a Friday with a full moon, you put them in an elder tree and keep them there for 21 days, removing them on the 21st day precisely at midnight. Then you expose the parts of the frog to the light of the moon for 3 nights. Afterwards, you dry the frog parts in a new earthenware pot that has never been used. You take the dried frog parts, you grind them into a powder, you mix it into equal measure with earth from a cemetery, if possible from the grave of someone you know or in your family. And then if you carry this powder with you, you're going to succeed in everything you do.
Huh.
Unless it's breeding frogs. Okay, so to make a woman disclose her secrets, you take the heart of a pigeon and the head of a frog, dry them as above.
Hold on. Can you have saved the frog head from the one you cut off?
No, you already dried that. You already dried it and ground it into a powder. So you need another head, you need another frog, and you make another powder. You put the powder into a little purse, and you add some moss for fragrance, because apparently the heart of a pigeon and the head of a frog don't smell good. You put the purse under the woman's ear while she is sleeping. 15 minutes later, she will unveil all her secrets. Make certain to remove the purse a few minutes after she has stopped speaking, otherwise she could fall into delirium.
Oh.
This is one of my favorite spells. Glue to repair porcelain vases. You take 2 fresh egg whites, mix them together, and add a little quicklime. Put a little of this mixture on the broken pieces, hold them together for 2 or 3 minutes. Then boil them with milk and the cracks will become invisible. That's just useful.
Yeah, I'm like, have we tried that one yet?
Yeah, it's a Japanese art
with the gold
of mending things.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not going to give you this entire spell because it's quite long, but this is to make 3 young ladies, or rather 3 spirits, come into your room after dinner. So to prepare this, You eat neither meat nor fatty foods for 3 days. On the 4th day, clean your room as soon as you have arisen from bed. Fast for the entire day and ensure that no one enters the room at all, and there is nothing hung on the walls, neither clothes nor hats nor bird cages, nor curtains on the windows or on the bed, and above all, put freshly washed white linens on the bed. So, to get 3 women to come to your room, you clean it. Then you change your sheets.
First you eat well. And
you eat well. You don't eat a bunch of fatty food. You take care of yourself. You clean your fucking house.
And change your sheets.
Groundbreaking. So groundbreaking. You have to do a ceremony. So after dinner, you go secretly to the room. Remember, no one else has been in there. You light a good fire. You put a clean white cloth on the table and 3 chairs around and 3 loaves of bread and 3 glasses of clear, fresh water. Don't put no dirty water on there. It's got to be clean, fresh water. And you put a recliner or a chair beside your bed, and then you get into bed. Then these 3 persons come in and they sit by the fire and they take their bread and their water, and they, if it's a man who makes the ceremony, 3 women come, and if it's a woman, 3 men come. Then the spirits choose by lots among themselves who will remain seated in the chair beside your bed to talk with you until midnight. So I love this conversation where the 3 are like, you fucking talk to her. I'm like, no, you talk to her. Like, that's totally happening. So at midnight, the one who is chosen will leave with their companions without you having to ask her to leave. As for the other 2, they remain by the fire while the other converses with you beside your bed, and you will have to ask her about art or science or anything that you desire, and she will immediately answer your questions. You can either ask her about where treasures are hidden, and she has to tell you like where they are. When she leaves, she gives you a ring, and that's going to make you lucky in any game when you wear it. And if you place it on a young maid's finger, she becomes your wife.
Huh.
And if you leave the window open, they can enter, and you can do this as many times as you want. Isn't that nice? Yeah. All right. Our final spell, which I thought was very appropriate, to see and do the supernatural.
Oh,
you put a gold-studded plate under your tongue. It should be half the size of your thumb. My tongue piercing was bigger than that. Under your feet, put the border of a mortuary sheet or linen and hold a quince tree branch in your hand. Abstain from having sexual relations for 35 days, for 35 is a number that puts you under the protection of favorable constellations and sorcery, and with this secret, one can do prodigious things. As did Moses with the secret, did supernatural things. So Moses did this, and that's how he got to see the supernatural. Or he just got Netflix.
Huh. Yeah, that's something.
So happy spooky season. Enjoy your spells. We will try, maybe we'll have some more spells before Halloween comes. If anybody shows up in your room, that's not our fault. We told you.
Not
we
our
warned
fault.
You.
Disclaimer was read.
It was claimed. Do we cheers jerk this? I don't know. Cheers jerk.
Sure. Cheers, bitch.